Welcome everyone. Today we'll have a patch notes review for the August 15th for Dota Underlords. There's quite a bit of changes, nothing too major but very interesting. So we'll skip the general and the UI as they don't affect the game that much to us. The lot of white SPIRE rankings changed, which is great. We'll be looking forward to making a second account to Lord and also to be ranking up with our accounts as well. Now let's look at the important parts, the hero changes. We can see there's another big focus on making Juggernaut good again. I think someone really likes Juggernaut. So before the Blade Fury will trigger when spells are coming, now Juggernaut will continue to attack his current target normally while spinning. So that means he might be able to do spin damage and normal attack damage. Master Madness. And also, he can trigger procs with his normal attack like stuns, like Maelstrom, etc. Very good. Now purchase stun even applied by the hit that triggers Blade Fury. So how this will work is if there's an incoming spell that is supposed to stun Juggernaut, so Juggernaut will be stunned I think, but then if he's stunned, Blade Fury triggers and it removes the stun. So when purchase, it removes the current debuff. So it's likely Juggernaut is going to be good against Tide Hunter, maybe even good against things that does different kind of stun. I'm like, what does other stun? Conquer is one, Medusa could be one, but Medusa doesn't do damage to Juggernaut, so I'm not sure if he will avoid that. But it's going to be interesting to make Raid Boss Brownies good again with Juggernaut. Juggernaut always feels a little lacking compared to Beastmaster, which does so much more damage. So very interested on the Juggernaut with proccing items, as Juggernaut have really high attack speed, 1.25 at 3-star, which is the highest in the game. So very interested to see him spinning while doing damage, and also the Blade Fury triggers of Purge Stun. Next thing on the list, Ogre Major now have 0 mana. And same as 5-second cooldown, so what that happens is you can have Ogre Major, he will buff someone at the start of the fight. Instead of going to battle, then halfway into it, buff someone. So this is very interesting, because all of a sudden you get a free moonshot of attack speed, or like double gloves of haste. So this is going to be good because Ogre Major is a legit support unit at 1-star or 2-star. And with the Blood Bond, which we'll be sharing that video very soon, it's going to be interesting. So I think that's a decent buff to Ogre Major, not a massive buff, and he doesn't get a spell damage, but increased attack speed is always welcome. Because more attack speed, more mana gain, quicker spell casting, or more damage. And this scales up with the highest star of the unit. Imagine a 3-star slug getting an Ogre Major buff. Oh boy. This is also interesting. Puck no longer triggers phase shift when Puck is disabled, basically hexed, stunned, or forcefully taunted by hacks. So when that happens, Puck used to be really elusive and hard to kill, because no matter what you do, Puck will trigger every 2 seconds of his phase shift, and he will avoid it. But now, if Puck is already stunned, this won't happen. The change here is if the stun is the one that triggered phase shift, the phase shift will purge the stun, I believe. So let's say Puck has full CD, there's no phase shift usage. An arrow from a runner comes and hits Puck. Puck will use phase shift, Puck will be stunned, and the phase shift will activate and it will remove the phase shift. That's what I believe will happen. So you can't catch Puck with the first stun, but if Puck already used phase shift and it's on cooldown, and then something hits Puck and he's stunned, he can't trigger phase shift again. I believe that's what happens. We'll have to test that, but it might seem to be a little nerf to Puck, because Puck was getting too hard to be killed. Next part, Razors. The plasma field was doing random damage for some reason, by the looks of it. It was doing less damage to range to units far away, was doing more damage to units that's close, which is terrible compared to what the unit was supposed to do, more damage to units that's far away. So they fixed that. I didn't notice that because Razor don't do much anyways for us. Now, I have heard of Zenkin not doing his caustic finale properly, and it doesn't slow, it doesn't beat debuff, it doesn't do anything. So this whole rework of Zenkin, so the target is poisoned, bursting damage, slows the attack speed, and when Zenkin stuns, it will be applied the debuff. This all sounds good, and if they fix this properly, it makes him good. Although we can see there's attack duration slow changes, there is damage changes, but I believe this is better than the previous Zenkin, which was not doing anything properly. So if that's the case, this is actually a slightly buff to Zenkin, although the numbers look like it's a nerf to Zenkin. because we want Senkin as a support assassin that stuns and slows. The damage is not going to be coming from Senkin most of the time. He's just here for the stuns, like a Lanian stun. He can be good in assassins for the stun, he can be good in the savages, or any build that needs a stun. So this is good to know. I don't think the damage, 10 or 20 or 50 will be that relevant, because they want to take him away from the damage dealer to the support assassin. And nextly, we have the spotlight. Sniper is now a Scrappy in addition to Deadeye and Hunter. What that means is Sniper joins the royal party like Dragon Knight and Puck. Now have 3 alliance. Sniper is a Scrappy, Deadeye and Hunter. Oh boy. What that's going to open up is going to open up Scrappy Hunters. And Scrappy Hunter is going to enjoy the Scrappy Warlock with Alchemist, which minus armor. So imagine you have Sniper, Joringer, Necrophos, Alchemist. You already have Alchemist with SPIRE, the Heartless with the Hunters from Joringer and Necrophos, and oh, this is going to be beautiful. If you also have Lycan with, humans into Heartless, this is going to be armor shedding, and the Scrappies are generally very tanky. The downside with Scrappy Hunters is you don't have the solid tankiness like the Warriors at the start. You need at least 4 Scrappies, which will be easily found by Sniper. Having 8 Scrappies now. What did 8? Wait, 6, right? Oh, 7. Oh gosh, my brain. So yes, Sniper will be helping the Scrappy to find 4 Scrappies so much earlier. And, we'll definitely try the Hunter Scrappy for sure. Another downside with Scrappy is that they do good damage, but they do not stun. Clock is a soft disabler, while the tiny, Pudge, etc. Conquer will do better stuns for the front line for the Hunters. So it's going to be interesting. And the biggest thing is, how much we hate Assassinate? Now we don't have to hate it anymore, because it is a 2-second cast, and Sniper will aim, but if the target dies, he still keep casting, but onto the next target. This is a good thing, because I've seen the Sniper just waiting 10 seconds. It's like, this wolf dies, okay, the next wolf. Wait, this little train died, okay, let's wait for the next little train. So this is perfect. We can consider not using Master Madness on Sniper at 2-star because it's actually quite relevant to do a massive damage sometimes. But at 3-star, he can still use Moonshot now. Before, Moonshot was a little awkward. He used Moonshot, gets mana, and then he start aiming. Then he stopped doing any normal attack, then he start aiming. Now with better Assassinate, he will just spend 2 seconds aiming, then he gets to work. Next up, we have Tide Hunter. Armor change is much needed. As a frontline and a tier 4 unit, 5 armor was not cutting it. He was dying like paper, especially at 1-star. The radius is not changed. Notice the health is improved, damage is improved. Those don't do much. Tide Hunter is not a hunter anymore, so damage, no one cares about Tide Hunter. It's like 50 or 100 damage. So the crucial thing is increase of health and armor, which allows him to survive longer, take small hit, gain more mana, and cast his spells off. So I believe this is a very good change on Tide Hunter. And look at tier 2 Tide Hunter, 1,700 to 2,700. Tier 3, no one cares about that. So tier 2 Tide Hunter had a massive buff. So this is what I want to see, because Tide Hunter is a crucial stunner, can be used in Hunters, in variety builds, especially with scaled with Medusa. So very good to see they're changing units slightly, which will shift the meta, give Hunters a rise, and of course people always play Knights, So this will be interesting, because Scrappies can defend against Knights with a Timber Saw pure damage, and later game you have more tankiness with 4 Scrappies. Onto the items. There are not much change to the items. Bloodthorn's II is improved, but only the Fortune ones gets to around 40 or 35 with Smuggler and find the Bloodthorn. It is a very good item, because everyone hitting the unit that is silenced will do critical damage. So it's a massive damage amplification, not just for the unit that's holding it, but for everybody else. Next on the list, the Helm of Dying. So that's especially for Bloodseeker. I haven't seen this bug going out, or maybe I wasn't paying attention, but this is good. So makes the item more reasonable, no change to the item, which, Bloodseeker skills are going to run around. Refresher Orb. Ooh, this is the big one. So previously, Refresher Orb will reset the CD of the unit holding it and give 50 mana to the unit. Now it has an inbuilt mana boots and Octane Essence with it. So it's like buy Refresher and get 2 items for free for everyone. How that works is the Octane Essence reduce cooldown, so after activating a refresher, you will reduce the cooldown of all the allies next to you. Oh boy. So your laners, your pucks will always, be happy next to the keeper, maybe to the lich. So this would be nice. And after reducing cooldown, they also gain 25 mana. So this is pretty big. Now, I'm thinking it's great to have refresher, it's great to have this, but imagine you have refresher Arc Warden. And his job is not to use the refresher. He's to spam refresher next to things like Lone Druid, Lycan, and units that have a long CD. And before you know it, the Lone Druid is like off with the wolves and off with the bears. I'm not sure if that's true though, because if it keeps halving it, it's great. If it doesn't halve it, this will be interesting. So one day we'll try the refresher Arc Warden, but the signs and the memes aside, this refresher just went up a level. It used to be S tier, now it's like S+ tier. And lastly, Summoning Stone. So fix the issue where bonus health was not applied to Arc Warden clones. Yeah, I was seeing that Arc Warden clone always had a little bar when it was summoned. Just another 150 health. Not a big change. Arc Warden clones are already broken, so with Summoning Stone, it's even stronger. So hooray! Overall, this is not a massive update, but this is a very nice direction where the developers are going. They're tweaking units, improving on different alliances, and adjusting. So I really like to see that. And I'll also like to see, these frequent kind of updates, which is engaging with the community and fixing bugs and UIs as we go, because this will definitely improve the game. So really happy about the update. Can't wait to see some fun snipers, hunters action. And let me know in the comments below if you guys find a good build with sniper, with the scrappies, or if you have something in mind. So definitely share with us as well. Thank you so much for watching this particular patch review, guys. And if you want to support me further, please subscribe on YouTube and turn the notification on for more videos to come. And to help me with Twitch, please follow and subscribe if you can. Thank you so much, guys, for your support.